ọpẹ́ ló yẹ mí, ojoojúmọ́ ni màá ṣọpẹ́ fún ìfẹ́ tèmi, ọ̀rẹ́ mi olólùfẹ́ mi, ọpẹ́ ló yẹ mí. Diamond girl, African baby, ọpẹ́ ló yẹ mí.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
I go by the name Ayo.
And I go by the name Ope.
Ayo.
Ope.
And together we are called Ayo.
Ope.
Okay, if you're new to the channel, welcome back for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, you have come at a very good time.
Very good
because this is the last month in the year 2023. So congratulations on making it to the last month. Okay, God has been
good,
faithful. God has been good. Okay, we've literally been through a series of the goodness of God in our church. Okay, so God has indeed been good. And
your goodness looks good on us. Meet me on A. If you know, you know. Okay.
So if you're new to the channel, again, congratulations. Okay, we are certified marriage and relationship coaches, and we just come on here to talk about marriage. Okay, we help couples enjoy their marriages, enjoy their relationships. We also help singles. Okay, enjoy their singleness and prepare them for marriage. Okay, we come on here on this channel, we share nuggets, our truths, our experiences, and we just talk, we gist, we laugh, we play games. Okay, so if that's something that interests you, please subscribe to our channel. Okay,
not only subscribe, share via WhatsApp, share via Instagram, share everywhere, guys. Because can you believe that some people still don't know who Ayo and Ope are?
And and we've been doing this for 7 years.
Come on.
So we're actually not novices in this game. We've been married 10 years and we've been doing this for 7 years. So yes, we know what we're talking about, and we have something to offer. So please share.
Spread the word. Whenever
you hear us or you see us, feel like this is good, this resonates, people will be blessed. Okay, from this, then please share. Okay?
Yeah.
So that being said, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, boo?
I'm okay. This top that I'm wearing, my wife bought it for me. You see, these are the perks of being a good husband. If you're a bad husband, your wife will never buy you.
When I bought it for Ayo, he was like, I don't know if it was your style, but I thought, just some winter woman.
I like my turtle.
Yeah, I know, but you like plain colors. You don't like all this wool knit.
No, it's different for me. Even the color is different.
It's okay. You don't have to like it.
I like it. That's why I'm wearing it. What's wrong with you? I love it.
I love it.
So what are we doing today?
Today we are talking on something.
We're starting a new series.
Yeah, we're starting a new series, and the new series is going to be around blunders, mishaps.
Not blender.
Blunder, mess up.
You have to say, you talk with a British accent, so some people might not understand.
Blunders.
So we're talking about blunders. Okay, yeah.
Blunders, and the first in this series of blunders, we're going to talk about blunders that married women make. Because we're not perfect.
Absolutely not.
We mess up sometimes. We do things a bit wrong. But the best way to learn from your wrongs is to reflect, evaluate, and look towards what's right.
Absolutely. Okay, so we want to talk about the blunders that you make, and hopefully as we go into 2024, right, couples, especially for this one where we're talking to married women, that you will be intentional enough, not to make these same blunders, not to commit these same blunders in 2024. So it's almost like an avenue to start afresh. Okay, that if you can actually catch these things, stop doing these things, you'd have a better marriage because you see these results. Okay, so let us share. I think we want to share about 5.
Yeah.
But if the spirit leads, we'll share more.
If we two they talk.
And if we have time.
If we two they talk.
Because this is what she can talk. She like,
I like it likes a bit of that. It likes a bit of chatter.
After every point, you sing song. She would do something. So
sing onto the Lord.
So hopefully we have enough time. All right. So do you want to share? Start?
I will start as a married woman myself. As a married woman, I think one of the blunders that married women make and I think everyone falls into this category, is thinking that you're superwoman, thinking that you can do it all. And maybe there might be the select few who are actually superwoman, who are actually graced to be octopus women and be able to do everything. But a fair few, a great majority are not. And I think as women, sometimes we need to understand where our strengths and where our weaknesses are, and focus on our strengths. What you can do it well. What you cannot do, outsource it. Except being with your husband. Don't outsource that one. At least that one, keep to yourself. But other stuff, cooking, cleaning, driving, shopping, there's so many things that we can outsource to other people.
Anything. And I think where the mistake comes there is that the woman feels like she can do everything, and then she gets tired.
Yes.
She gets
overwhelmed. Yeah.
So the married woman then gets overwhelmed because she's carrying all of these
burden. It becomes a burden.
It becomes a burden, and it actually shouldn't become a burden.
And that's when you find that the married woman might snap or be angry or be like or resentful.
Yeah. Because
she's actually overwhelmed.
So don't take more than you can take on, and look for what you can delegate. So whatever you can delegate, whatever you can allow people
to help you with.
Help you. Because yes, whilst we hail you that you're a superwoman and all that, you don't really have superpowers.
There's only one of you.
And we need you to live long. We need you to stay healthy. We need you to keep on looking beautiful. And if you're carrying on too much, to start showing. Before you know it, you start aging. You start looking older than you're supposed to look at.
Very true.
Because you're stressed out. Okay, so I think that's a good one. Yeah, that's one of the mistakes, one of the blunders.
One of the blunders
that married women make. Okay, another blunder that I think a lot of married women make, I don't even know which one I should say first, but let me say this one, is nagging your husband.
Define nagging.
Nagging your man. So nagging is looking for trouble. Yeah, nagging is, and maybe we need to look at the dictionary, but nagging is being someone who is quarrelsome. So someone who nags a lot is someone who always looks for the bad, right, in a situation.
Okay.
So when you're nagging your husband, it means that you're focusing on the things that your husband is not doing.
Constantly harassing someone to do something. Persistently painful or worrying.
So constantly allowing someone to do something, persistently annoying or finding fault with someone. So, no wonder the Bible says it is better to live right on the rooftop of a house than to share a room
with a nagging wife.
That's
deep.
Very deep. Literally.
But do you think people are? Do you think nagging is a characteristic that someone is born with? Like, he's an angry person. She's a nagging person. Or do you think it's something that it's just a bad character trait that develops over time?
I think it's a mix of both, right? So if it's something that, generally, because maybe you're a perfectionist and you want things to be done at a certain time in a certain way, you'd usually come across as nagging because there's nothing anyone will do for that person that person would really appreciate.
Yeah, I get you.
But now you need to think about it from the context of it is no longer just me, right? Two have now become one. And the person that you're now joined with is very imperfect. And you that you're joined with that person, you're also imperfect. Okay? Because usually the nagging wife, is almost the perfect wife.
In her
eyes. That's why I said perfect wife. So understand that first of all, you're not perfect. And understand that your nagging is actually driving your husband crazy.
Yeah.
Your nagging is not even bringing your husband closer. Your nagging is pushing him away. Out and pushing him further away from you, from your house, from your marriage. Okay? And even those things that you're nagging about, right? You cannot correct a man by nagging.
True. You can't correct anyone by nagging, especially a man who has been that way probably for the past how many
20-something, 30-something, 40-something years of his life.
And I think
Right.
nagging is more counterproductive. It will. I think one time, what did PK say one time? That when you say a man is something like bad, he will show. Oh,
Exactly.
oh, so you really think I am? Let me show you how bad, how bad I can be.
Exactly. So imagine a wife saying, "Yeah, you are an absent father. You are this. You are not doing this. You never do this. You never do that." And you're constantly drawing his attention to these things, right? So men don't do well with that sort of criticism. All right, and we can go. In fact, I think at some point I wanted to title this video "The Nagging Woman." Okay, so you need to try more and to see how you can brag about your husband rather than nag your husband. A different tactics, right? In terms of how can you get this man to do what you want him to do without always sounding like you're complaining and you're now actually irritated because you keep doing the same thing all over again. So what is the strategy? The strategy is, what are those things that he's doing well? Right?
Hail him for that.
Hail him for those things.
It's funny that you said that because I watched a clip of My Wife and Kids, one of those. Remember My Wife and Kids, right? And there was an episode where Michael and Jay went to the restaurant and the waiter, a guy came and he was just funny. And they asked him, "Oh, can we get the menu, please?" And he was like, "Oh, I can see you two are going to be a problem." And they were like, "Why is this man behaving like this?" Michael now said, "Okay, let's change our tactic. Let's kill him with kindness." As he was walking away, they were like, "Wow, this guy is so efficient. Wow, where did they get him from?" Can you believe the guy brought them like all the things that they needed because they changed their tactic?
Exactly. And I so love that example.
Yeah.
Because what did he say? Kill him with kindness.
Kill him with kindness. The guy was bringing everything for them. Like, they were complimenting him for him to hear. They did it for him to hear.
Exactly. So now, guess what? In your mind, and trust me, this is the woman that says it because she knows how to actually get me to do things. In your mind, you feel like this man is messing up. You feel like this man has scored 2/10.
He doesn't deserve.
But that 2/10, praise him for that
Praise
too.
him for that too.
Okay, let him feel like he's efficient. Let him feel like he's the best.
The lion.
He's a hand. And then you would see that he will start doing those 8 other things that are missing or that is lacking.
Very, very true.
So that's a good one. So spoil him with kindness and praise. All right?
Another blunder I think that married women make is that they micromanage. So you might let me give an example. You might say, or you might have both decided that you're doing certain things in the day. Woman, focus on your own. You'll now be doing your own and with another eye looking at what your husband's own is. Have you done it? When are you doing it? Do it this way, do it that way. Even at work, guys, no one likes a micromanager. You've given me a task to do, let me do it. Trust me enough to do it. And the key word there is trust. When you micromanage, you make the other person feel like you don't trust them. And apart from that, your spouse is not a child. You married a man. So they can do something to an extent, you know? So for you to now get in their space and get in the things that they're supposed to do, it kind of pokes holes into their character, into what you believe that they can do. Because unintentionally, you are saying to them, I don't believe you can do this by yourself. I think you need my help. In fact, scrap everything that you're doing. Let's just do it my way.
Exactly.
And that causes strife.
Always. It actually always causes strife. So, and the perfect example, and I think I've heard someone say this a few times, right? That women want to love their children and train their husbands rather than train their children and love their husbands, right? And that is the case with this, right? So you feel like you need to train this man, okay? You want to micromanage, you want to manage him, you want to make sure that and guess what? There's things, right? Especially when it comes to roles, and maybe this one we'll start talking about roles as well. There's things when it comes to roles and things that we're doing in the house, right? And then you know what you're doing. So focus on what you're supposed to be doing.
That's true.
Right? And you don't need to focus on what this other person is doing. And it's the same thing with our roles in marriage, right? When we talk about the head of the family. When we talk about, okay, the man should love the wife, the woman should submit. Your focus is to submit to your husband.
Yes.
Stop trying to micromanage him loving you.
Because that's his part of the bargain. If he flops, that's between him and God.
Exactly.
And trust me, that's a bigger deal. That's more of a consequence than anything you can do to him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So very important, don't micromanage. And it actually leads me to my point. Okay, I don't know if this is number 3 or number 4. Now, the point is that women, some married women, engage in power struggle. And that is a huge blunder that a lot of women make in marriage. You engage in power struggle in the sense that the woman wants to be the head of the family. The woman wants to control the affairs of the family. Right? But we understand that a structure has been given.
Yeah.
Right? A structure has been given and instructions have been given to the man. Instructions have also been given to the woman. And in fact, we're counseling a couple just earlier today and we're saying that, listen, the responsibility of a man is 10 times the responsibility of a woman.
I don't want it. I'm not fighting Ayo for it because, Lord, all the prayers in the Bible, if your wife is not happy, it's on his head. Make sure your wife is happy. There's nothing like that for me.
Otherwise, your own prayers
will be answered. I don't have that. My prayers are being answered regardless of whether Ayo's happy with me or not.
And you know, we've said this a few times, right? That there's times where I feel like things are not working out. And I just have to go to my wife and ask for forgiveness. She's here. I'm like, is there anything that I've done?
You didn't offend me. I said, please, I beg.
And I'm just like, you know what, pray for me.
Pray for me.
Because I want my prayers to be answered. Right? And the way I see my wife is that my wife is actually my answered prayers. If men can get this, but this is not a conversation for men. My wife is actually my answered prayers. Do you understand? So I need to actually treat her like that.
Yeah.
If I understand that, my prayers will be hindered. Anyways.
Yeah.
So the man is called to love the wife. The woman is called to submit to the man as the head. Right? It is the man that is going to be sacrificing and dying. Do you understand? For this woman, like Christ died for the church. So let us take away all of this power struggle of, oh no, you should submit to me. Why should you have the say? Why should you decide? Why should you be the lead? Or why should you see? In every organization, there's only one head.
Like, there's only one leader.
There's only one leader. You cannot have 2 CEOs. There's one CEO. So the managing director will take instructions from the CEO. Very important. And that's how I see it. So if the man is the CEO of the marriage, the woman is the managing director. Okay? Yeah. And you guys are working hand in hand to make the marriage work.
Yeah. And also it's funny to me because let's say, for instance, Vodafone or something make a whole bunch of money this year.
Yeah.
No one says that it's the CEO that made the money. Everyone knows the CEO did not make the money. It was a teamwork for everybody.
Absolutely.
So it's not, if it's about recognition or if it's about being put in front or anything like that, that's not the way God intended it to be. One person is in charge. That's why don't submit to a man. Don't choose a man that you know you can't submit to.
Don't choose a fool. Don't marry a fool.
Don't marry a fool.
Okay.
Because I feel like if your company, if your family is progressing, you are happy to follow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, this video is directed to women. Okay. We're going to have another one where we're going to talk about those mistakes that the men also make. But these are the mistakes that women make that you should avoid.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want a happier, successful marriage, even as we go into 2024. All right?
Thank you, baby. Another blunder that I think married women make, and I think no one is above this, is forgetting that how you look matters.
Hey!
Now, I'm not saying be on a slayage every single day, but how you look includes your general hygiene, you're just looking clean, looking fresh. Because believe it or not, some women don't look fresh. And when I say fresh, it doesn't mean that you have to pile on makeup. It doesn't mean you have to have bones straight. It doesn't mean that you have to, wear high heels around the house. No. just look good. See, when you look good as a wife, even when you're barefaced, wearing your husband's t-shirt and his shorts, he will grab you as if to say, come here.
Absolutely. So I feel like, especially I feel like the young wives, they still try.
Yeah, that's because they're still young. I think it happens when there's longevity. When it becomes BAU.
When you're now like 5, 7, 10, 15 years in marriage, a lot of women let themselves go. So what we're saying is that you letting yourself go in that marriage is a huge blunder. Where you're no longer taking care of yourself. Because you're so focused on taking care of your children and taking care of your man sometimes
that you've not focused
that you
on
actually
yourself.
forget your own self-care. So what we're saying is that you need self-care. You need pampering.
Yes.
Go on a spa day.
Yes.
Go on a hair day.
Yes.
Go on your nails day.
Yes.
Look good. All right? Because don't forget that your looking good is what even attracted you to your man in the first place, because men are very physically driven. So don't let yourself go. And I dare say that sometimes this is the reason why the strange woman sometimes comes into a marriage, right? Because, again, not an excuse, but it's part of the reasons.
Even though she's a tramp, but what she's done is had one up on you, because men are moved by sight. And when a man lacks self-control or discipline, the sight, what he sees, can move him.
Yes.
So if he sees, it could be something as little as your husband used to like you wearing red lipstick. You don't wear red lipstick anymore. One wonky looking woman comes with red lipstick and she uses that one to entice him. That's how little it is.
Very little. Exactly. So it's very important that you don't let yourself go. Keep looking after yourself. And I dare say, it is important to say this, that we're also talking about your own growth as a person. I feel like some married women stop growing the moment they tick that box to say, I'm not a married woman.
They stop developing themselves.
Yeah. Because it's almost like the goal is never marriage.
That's it.
So I feel like that's another blunder. The goal is not marriage, right? Marriage is a process. Marriage is an experience and forms a part of your purpose, right? To help you with your purpose. But understand that I have an assignment. I have something that God wants me to do.
Yeah.
I have something that I need to deliver. The world is waiting for me. And I need to develop myself. So don't stop schooling. Don't stop educating yourself.
Don't stop reading.
Don't stop reading. Do you understand?
Learning.
You cannot stop growing because you're now married with kids. And the moment you actually stop growing intellectually, emotionally, and in all areas of your life, you actually become less attractive as well.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then you realize that your man doesn't even like talking to you anymore.
Because there's nothing to talk about.
Because he's not trying to talk about all you know is jollof rice. And it's a good thing that you know jollof rice, but again, you need more. Seriously, because you've cooked so much jollof rice in the time of your marriage that you don't have any more contribution.
You know, because we've been told that the way to a man's heart is his belly.
It's his belly. That's just initially. So guys,
after a while, it's not belly.
After a while, it's not belly. So I like that point. Very important. So don't let yourself go. Don't stop growing and don't stop looking after yourself. Okay. So another blunder that a lot of married women make is comparing your marriage to other marriages out there. Comparing your man to other men out there. And I feel like, in particular, women actually are fond of this.
I think I agree, you know.
A lot of women are fond of this.
I agree.
Right? In comparing. Okay? So the Bible says in Galatians chapter 4, it says, do not compare. Right? Yourself with the other person. Right? Outside. Rather than compare, what should you do? You should look inwards at what are your own achievements in your own marriage. Like, okay, what is actually, celebrate your own wins.
What's working for us?
Celebrate what's working for us. And again, going back to that point, celebrate the good things that your man is doing.
This is a task rather than in comparing. Itself. It's a task in itself. You have to be conscious about it. Literally, you might even have to list every week what have you done well.
Absolutely. And this is why one of the reasons why we always say evaluate.
Yeah.
So we sit down very often and we say, what has gone well this month? Right? Oh, we feel like we've not done this enough this month. But we know what we have done well and we celebrate that.
Just celebrate the
So
wins.
when we go on our date night, we talk about us.
Yeah.
We talk about what are the good things that we have been doing that we're happy about, okay? And then what can we do? Because we are comparing our marriage to our marriage.
Yeah.
Very important. So we're not comparing our marriage to another marriage.
Yeah.
Even though there's other marriages that we admire. But we have, again, do you have your own marriage goals?
Yeah.
Do you have things that you want to be doing? Do
Yes.
you have, are you measuring your growth?
Yeah.
Very important. So first of all, understand that we need to measure our growth and we are not in competition with anybody.
We're on our own lane.
So it is not a case of, hey, these guys have bought Range Rover. Me, I'm still driving Toyota.
Yeah.
So you now put yourself under pressure and then make somebody go and steal money. Do you understand? And these are the things that we're seeing all the time, right? It's not a case of, we're doing, in fact, some people even compare the sex in their marriage to the sex in other marriages. Because guess what? Women talk about sex. Men don't actually talk about sex.
I don't talk about sex.
Oh, you don't? So a lot of women are more comfortable
because they'll
talking
have that
about
gist.
sex.
They might not say, oh, let's talk about sex today. But when women are gisting, sometimes they get carried away.
They get carried away. So women talk about sex and then, one woman is like, and this is a typical example, right? Because one woman is like, man.
Are you there? Are you there?
Are
you there? Now people are going to be thinking I give you gist. I don't give him gist.
It's not gist. It is just the comparison. Do you understand? Because if you're saying that, if one woman is saying that, we're doing our sex is 7 days a week, my man is doing 45 minutes, right? And then your own man is doing 5 minutes. Now that 5 minutes is good for you. But because another person is doing 45 minutes, you now start thinking, my man is not performing.
The parable of the talents.
Very seriously, that's the parable of the talent, because that's why God said He will give you what you can handle. Yeah. Because maybe it's possible that you cannot handle a man that is doing 45 minutes. You cannot handle a man that is doing 2 hours. Right? So don't compare. It's very important. These are very important matters.
Very true.
So this other wife will now be thinking, my own husband is only 2 minutes. Even though that 2 minutes has made you happy for the last 5 years.
Should be now start giving him things.
You now start putting him under pressure to perform and do what. Do you understand? So understand that, listen, God has put us together. He has given us what we can handle.
So true.
Right? So, the same way you're comparing this man that is doing things like this. You're comparing your marriage. Oh, this couple, they go on and they go to Punta Cana for their anniversary. Very serious. So Ayo and Ope, they go to Punta Cana for anniversary. You're watching us. You're inspired by that. You now complain to your husband. Why can we not be like that?
But meanwhile, your husband's been giving you undivided attention.
Thank you.
Steady date nights. Listening to you.
Very
providing for you.
And he has been doing staycations.
He's doing staycations.
Because maybe you're not in that capacity where you can actually go 10 days abroad. But you can actually go 3 days.
Exactly.
Somewhere local to celebrate. You should still praise. You should still appreciate these seasons. And appreciate these times. And not compare. Another reason why you should not compare, very important, is that you actually don't know what other couples are going through.
This is it.
You do not know what other couples are going through. So you think that, oh my God, that is a perfect union.
Yes.
That is a perfect marriage.
Exactly. So someone might be going to the Caribbean now, but they've got the beating of their life. Every single day they've been slapped. That Caribbean trip is a sorry gift. You want it?
Or the Range Rover. The Range Rover is the sorry for the adultery for the last 5 years. The pain that he has caused her. So he's giving her a Range Rover every year. And in your mind, you're like, look at other people's husbands. Their husband is buying Range Rover for them. But that Range Rover is Range Rover of pain. Do you understand? So you don't know the context. You don't know what they're dealing with. All right? So it is important that you appreciate your own.
Yeah.
Thank God for your own and look for ways to improve.
Yes.
Compare your 2023, right, to your 2022 and see how better your 2023 has been better for yourselves.
Yes.
You don't compare with other couples. I hope this has helped our women. Okay, we're talking about the blunders that married women make in marriage. Okay, again, if you have more of those blunders, more of those mistakes, please put it in the comments. We'd like to know. Okay, share with us as well. If this video resonates with you, make sure you share with a loved one. Make sure you like this video because it helps the algorithm. The algorithm lately has been rubbish. Don't know what we did to YouTube. So make sure that you're liking and you're sharing and you're also engaging with our content. Okay, we appreciate each and every one of you.
Definitely.
You know, that for your likes, for your shares, and for your comments. Okay, because it actually helps more people see what we do. Okay, once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, we hope you have subscribed.
You better have subscribed.
Okay. So by now, please subscribe to our channel. Again, I'm sure you've learned one or two things and we've also made you laugh. And if you want to see more of that, you need to subscribe so you get the notification every time we put a new video out there. Once again, if you require coaching, we do couples coaching. So make sure you reach out to us, coaching@ayopedavis.com. We also do coaching for singles. Okay, to help you in your singleness season. Okay, so send a message to coaching@ayopedavis.com. All right. If you need counseling, premarital counseling for couples, we have started, you know, enrolling couples for 2024. All right. So if you're getting married in 2024 or 2025, you need to go through premarital counseling. Right. So reach out to us at counseling@ayopedavis.com. If you need counseling as a married couple as well, please send a message. Okay. Visit the website for all of our resources. And again, we keep saying that there's going to be more products and more resources coming your way. God helping us in 2024. Okay, if you're not following the Love Lasting Pod, make sure you're following because the first episode of the Love Lasting Pod is going to drop in the next week. Okay, it's going to drop in the next week. So make sure you're following the Love Lasting Pod. Any more for anyone?
Men, don't forget, we're coming for you next time.
So we're coming. So we have something. We're going to talk about some of the blunders that the men make, some of the blunders that, you know, singles make. Okay, single ladies, single guys. So there's so many in this series, right? So look forward to more of that. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. Let us sing our welcome song to welcome our new subscribers. 5, 6, 7.
We're glad you came, we welcome you. We hope you learn a thing or two as you join us on this journey. You say, marriage, faith, and life. We are glad you came. We welcome you. We hope you learn a thing or two as you join us on this journey through marriage, faith, and life. So marriage, faith, and lifestyle. Marriage, faith, and life. Marriage, faith, and lifestyle. Marriage, faith, and life. Marriage, faith, and life. Say marriage, faith, and life. God bless you guys. As you can see, we sing as well. New music coming out, Ayo Davis. All right, make sure you're watching. Make sure you engage. Make sure you know it blesses you. Okay, because I'm sure it will bless you. So get ready for some new music and a worship medley from Ayo Davis. Okay, thank you guys. We shall see you in the next video. Bye.
Ọpẹ́ ló yẹ mí, ojoojúmọ́ ni màá ṣọpẹ́.